Good morning, students, and welcome to week one of Writing and Critical Thinking. I am going to take a few moments here and briefly go over this week's material, learning objectives, assignments, discussions, expectations, just kind of a overview of what to expect in this first week. I can see that many of you have logged into the course already, which is great. Some of you have already posted your introductions and maybe touched in on discussion for the week, so good job. Um, this first week, we're going to really be introducing you to Ottawa University in the liberal arts program. And you'll also be able to introduce yourself to me and your peers throughout the discussion this week. So what we're going to do in these videos is I'm going to this first week, I'm just going to introduce you to material, but next week I'll sum up the prior week, some areas for overall improvement for the class. But I first want to start with the Blackboard shell. When you get into your weekly materials, you can get an overview, you can see the lecture content, you can see the articles, the links, the assignments, it's all broken down. Make sure you click into the lecture content so that you can review more information, because there's a lot of good stuff this week regarding Ottawa's history, their mission and vision, because that will tie in very much to this class, because in one of the later weeks you will be kind of providing your own personal mission statement. So it gets you thinking along those lines. But yeah, this week, what we're going to do, we have our discussions that are due by Wednesday night. So you have 2 questions that you have to answer by Wednesday evening, 11:59 p.m. Central Time. And then throughout the rest of the week, you need to respond to at least 2 peers per prompt, okay? So you have your 2 initial posts, and then you have 2 responses to prompt 1, 2 responses to prompt 2. So a total of at least 6 responses to your peers. I would like to see more. And then I'm going to post some stuff this week in announcements about discussion expectations. Your first prompt, your answers need to be about a half a page in length, and I would prefer you to cite the source material that we're going over. This first week's questions are a little different. They're not going to necessarily need citations, so don't worry too much about that. But because you're kind of introducing yourself and talking about the multiple intelligences and Jung's typology, so just make sure that you respond to at least 6 total posts, 2 initial, 4 peer responses, and your peer responses need to be more than I agree or I don't agree, something like that. But what you need to do is read the discussion expectations, and you need to further the discussion when you're working with your peers in the discussion forum. I too will be in there posting questions. It's imperative that you always respond to my questions. And that can count as a peer response, okay? So if you respond to me, that does count towards one of your discussion posts. This course will be using APA writing style, and we have littered the weekly materials and course materials with APA links. This is a tricky writing format, but I will be providing multiple announcements throughout the term on how to better utilize your resources and get better at writing APA, because this is what you'll use throughout your program of study here at Ottawa University. But I'll provide links for that, including a Word document that you can save and make your own. All you have to do each week is change your title and make sure that your references are updated, and you'll be all set. So very, very simple on the basics of it, but we'll get into the guts of APA throughout the term. So this week we're going to be looking at your multiple intelligences, your Jung typology. So each of you has had prior college experience, and now you're gaining the skills that you need to successfully complete your degree. So you all came to Ottawa University for a reason. Each one of you probably have your own reason, but I want you to maintain that excitement and that expectation throughout the term. So you're going to have to work hard this term, but each of you can do it. You should already have a good skill set built. I'm just here to help you solidify that foundation so that you can move forward. I'm very interactive. I like to do video announcements, video feedback. I always try to keep up with my grading right away. I know it's important to get your grades back as soon as I can. And I'm always here to help my students. So this week, what we're going to be looking at is, I'm going to look at my second screen here. we're going to be looking at Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences, and this is going to tie into your assignment for the week, okay, which is your Learning Autobiography 1, what I'm going to refer to as Lab 1. There's a couple of videos in the lecture content about what the multiple intelligences is, and then there's an article at the bottom by Kazar on Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences for higher education and why these theories are important, okay? So multiple intelligences, what you're going to be reviewing is kind of thinking back about how you learn in the past, present, and potentially the future. Okay, because this is going to be important. Each of us learns differently. Some of you will read the material and thoroughly understand it. Others will watch my videos and better understand it that way. Some of you might have to watch the videos embedded in the material to understand what's going on. But what we want to do is make sure that you understand all of us learn differently. All of us have that ability to either learn by reading or video or getting up and walking around while you listen to something. You know, there's going to be various answers to the question of how do I learn best. So that's what we're approaching this week. And so you'll take some assessments. You'll take an assessment on your multiple intelligences. You'll take your assessment on Jung's typology, and you need to keep that information because it will be going into your Lab 1 essay. There's a great video in the weekly content about Plato's allegory of the cave. And I really enjoy this video and this allegory because it is, you know, you're stuck in a cave and the only thing you've ever seen is the same thing. Yet when you're released from that cave, it's a whole new world. So that's what I want to bring into this class. You know, we'll talk about critical thinking in a week or so, how to have more than one vantage point and not think in black and white. So that is a main objective of mine throughout the term. But back to the lab essay, you can use your assessments, the Jung typology, the multiple intelligences. You can use Plato's allegory to tie that information into your Lab 1 essay. And so the Lab 1 is going to be a 3 to 5 page essay, and I'm pulling it up right now. So we'll have some APA information in there. There's a lab template that's in there. You can use that one. I would recommend at least use it or reviewing it to see kind of, well, here's how I'm going to lay out my paper. There is an APA link there at the bottom of the assignment in the week 1 materials. But really what you're going to be doing this week is writing a paper about your past, present, and potential future learning experiences. And you'll give some examples of maybe a teacher that really stood out in your past that really helped you along the way. So review that information. If you have questions, let me know. But week 1, I'm just really excited. I want to get you all into the class. I want to read your stories, your introduction, your discussion posts, so I can get to know you better. And if you have any questions for me, just let me know. But this is where we'll start. I'll post more announcements throughout the week, but I just want to welcome you to the class, and I'm very much looking forward to working with each of you. If you need anything, let me know. Just remember, discussions are due Wednesday night, and we do have a holiday weekend this weekend. So make sure that you get your prep work for your paper done early. That way, it's not going to be late. And that assignment will be due Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. Central Time. Okay. Well, I hope we all have a good week, and I will talk to you soon. I'll see you in the discussion forums. Thank you. Bye.